me death! Give me death and give it right now!
Free Palestine!
Pardon me?
Free Palestine!
Take a picture of my nuts, left one and right one.
Somebody talking.
Are there voices in your head, sir?
Somebody talking.
Shut the up. You keep your hands off it. You initiated.
Shut the up.
Sir.
If you're so into your cause, go to Palestine and show your support.
You piece of These are the Quds people. These are the people that the cops are worried about calling pro-Hamas.
Then that becomes active discrimination when you classify an entire group with a group that they don't even identify with. So
these kind of podcasts bring much more hate to our community, to Toronto. And if Toronto police had some dignity, they should fire these two police officers.
Is it a hate crime to call pro-Hamas demonstrators pro-Hamas demonstrators? What's the agenda right now? Are you going to be blocking University Avenue for?
None of your concern.
So you're not concerned that there's 5 major hospitals here?
No, sorry.
David Menzies for Rebel News, just outside the U.S. consulate in downtown Toronto. And folks, you heard me right. I'm in Toronto in 2025, not Tehran, circa 1979, because once again, the odious and vile Quds Day, which is essentially a hate fest against Jews and the state of Israel, has returned to the place of my birth. Now, Quds Day was a scheme originally dreamt up by Ayatollah Khomeini and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and it's packaged as a day to show solidarity to the Palestinian people, but it's not. It's an anti-Semitic hate fest. And really, why is this being tolerated? The IRGC is indeed now recognizing Canada as a terrorist group. Why are we having a terrorist group at play and organizing an event on Canadian soil? And of course, the usual sections of the criminal code vis-a-vis chanting genocide, those will likely be ignored too. I kind of feel like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day. Quds Day was typically once a year, but for the last 17 months in Toronto and so many other cities, it's been Quds Day every weekend. All of the vile chants that you hear from the New Age Hitler Youth Movement.
From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free.
This has been an ongoing occurrence for more than a year and a half. And I should say, folks, lately, the members of the New Age Hitler Youth Movement, well, they've been pressing the envelope in terms of what they can get away with, which is to say, at recent demonstrations, they've actually blocked city streets. Ostensibly, they need to pray, even though there are mosques that are nearby that can accommodate this. Shamefully, the City of Toronto and the Toronto Police Service has defended this, saying it is their constitutional right to pray. But that's not true. Well, it is their right to pray, absolutely, but you have no right in the Canadian Constitution to block a street when you pray. And this is very problematic today, potentially, folks, because the U.S. consulate is on University Avenue. University Avenue is also home to 5 major hospitals, including sick kids. Are these reprobates? Are they actually going to block University Avenue, preventing ambulances from getting to hospitals because they need to pray? Well, we're going to find out, because at precisely 4:52, that's about an hour and a bit from now, that's the next time that prayers are supposed to happen in the Islamic world. So we're going to see if they do that, and we're going to see if the police actually allow them to get away with this. Then again, I got to tell you, folks, it seems that Hamas itself actually controls the Toronto Police Service. And by that, I mean, did you catch that incredible video that was released by the Toronto Police Service? It featured Farhan Ali and Haroon Siddiqui. What they had to say was so politicized, so vile in its content, I'm still baffled by it. It has since been taken down, but we have a copy. Check out this excerpt.
We've pushed a huge thing after October 7th to actually encourage, including the chief of police, Myron Demkew, to push for to report Islamophobia events and anything that any kind of hate crime.
If someone is calling a Palestinian rally a Hamas rally, then all of a sudden people start getting afraid. And they think, oh, wow, these are people that support an entity that's been labeled as a terrorist organization. However, the people that are there protesting, they're there for a different cause altogether. So then that becomes active discrimination when you classify an entire group with a group that they don't even identify with. So
Ali and Siddiqui are saying that calling pro-Hamas demonstrators is akin to a hate crime, and presumably you risk getting arrested. Well, folks, I will be referring to the pro-Hamas demonstrators as pro-Hamas demonstrators, so maybe I'm going to be in one of those awaiting paddy wagons come day's end.
A lot of people after October 7th started learning about Islam.
they did, yeah.
And they said, okay, well, what is it with the religion that why is it so hated? Yeah. You know what I mean? Why are they being attacked all the time? So people say, you know what, let me learn about Islam. And there have been a lot of reverts.
Think about that, folks. The greatest single day slaughter of Jews post the Holocaust was, I guess, an attractive marketing ploy to make somebody sign up for Islam, and they think this is a good thing. In any event, we're going to go and try to attempt the Quds demonstrators. That never goes well. They tend to assault myself, my cameraman. By the way, that is why we have 2 bodyguards with us today, because quite frankly, we can't count on the police to step in. And in fact, when the police do step in, they arrest me for potentially asking impolite questions. Unbelievable. There's also a small pro-Israel demonstration. I think we'll have a greater chance of doing interviews on that side. We do have our expenses. I mentioned those bodyguards. It's essential given how violent the pro-Hamas people are. Can I ask you to, if you're able to, go to our website and make a donation so that we can cover our expenses? Please go to deporthamas.com. That's deporthamas.com. Sign the petition, and if you're able to, please help us cover our expenses. What does that mean? It's about white supremacy.
Who are you, freeing Palestine?
You look kind of white to me. You agree with officers? Sir, I'm sorry, I don't understand your English. Oh, I understand that. He said the F-bomb. So, ma'am, can you explain that sign?
Keep ignoring.
Hi, sir. Why are you wearing a disguise? Oh, thank you. What brings you out till Quds Day, sir?
I'm here to walk in support of peace. Okay. What's going on, you know?
Doesn't the war end with the release of the hostages?
The war ends with the release of the hostages. Yeah. Well, you should ask Netanyahu, not me.
Shut the f*** up. You keep your hands off me. You initiated it. Shut the f*** up, loser. What do you know about me? Do something.
But, sir, why are you harassing a man that wants to film in public? Oh, that's not very ladylike. Look at this guy. He's trying to photograph, and he's using his sign like a roadblock or something.
Free Palestine!
Pardon me?
Free Palestine!
What does that mean?
Free Palestine!
How so?
Free Palestine!
How would we go about freeing Palestine?
Free Palestine!
You know, folks, it's like when you put a loonie in a pop machine and the soda doesn't come out, and you try to reason with the machine, but there's no reasoning.
Take a picture of my nuts, left one and right one.
So was October 7th inspirational for people to convert to Islam?
This is somebody talking.
Well, that's what officers Ali and Saduki said.
Somebody talking.
Are there voices in your head, sir?
Somebody talking. Woo! Somebody talking. From the basement.
I missed the punchline. Sir, what's your favorite martyr?
My favorite martyr right now in this picture, I could say, is Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Secretary General of Hezbollah. A great man that liberated Lebanon from the Israeli occupation, and he worked and strived to support the Palestinians in Al-Aqsa flood.
Was that the fellow that was taken out with a pager, or?
No, not a pager.
I was born in this country of Iran that you stand
Don't say Iran,
for.
say Islamic Republic of Iran.
No, I say Iran.
Jamhuri Islami Iran.
Jamhuri Islami Iran is coming down.
Are you Jewish?
It's coming down.
Are you
No, I'm
Jewish?
not Jewish, but it's
So you're
coming
Muslim?
down. I'm Iranian.
You sold your religion?
And we don't.
You're atheist now? What are you?
No.
Are
See,
you Zoroastrian?
we are.
I'm asking you a question.
No, I'm a
Answer.
Christian. I'm a Christian.
You became Christian?
Everyone's
You
become
sold your
Christian in
religion?
Iran. We didn't sell our religion. We found the truth. You see, Allah's against you. You stand against God. He stands against truth.
Imam Hussein died
They're all
of murder.
dying. No,
Religion is still
no.
alive.
You're dying.
And we're standing up.
Nasrallah
And
fell.
Hezbollah is on the
Damascus
path
fell.
of
Gaza
Sayyid
fell.
Hassan.
Yaman
Hussein.
fell.
Sir, if I can ask you, you were correcting this gentleman. You wanted him to say the Islamic Republic of Iran.
The Islamic Republic of Iran, yes.
And I know many Persian Canadians. If they could go back in time, they would never have wanted the 1979 revolution to happen.
It's coming
They
down.
dream.
This is a very minority.
Really?
A very minority. They're here. The bacteria in the West. The bacteria. These are bacteria.
People are rising all over the
Iranians
country.
here, they just want.
That's not true.
to
The
sell their
country's
dignity.
rising. I have no fear. None. What even is that? Death! Give me death! Give me death and give it right now. You think you have fear? You had afraid. I'm not afraid of death.
Slave for Israel.
I'm not afraid of death.
You're a slave for Israel, and they're
I'm
gonna step
not
on you.
afraid of death.
I feel like I'm cutting a wrestling promo. Identify yourself.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you.
Okay, then.
Yeah, good for you.
You're cowards.
That's what I mean. You
You're too
are.
old for us to talk to you.
I guess so. I guess you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
How much they pay you?
Go.
How much they
Go where?
pay you?
I'm on a public sidewalk, sir.
I don't care.
So
You don't care? Well, you know what? I care because we're under Canadian law, not Sharia law. At least not yet.
All right,
Canadian
we're under
too, buddy. We
Canadian
are
law, and I
Canadian,
can
okay?
I can say
So
whatever
then
I
bring
want.
this-
Why are you here? These people are full of hate. They can't explain their position. I would say if you're at a demonstration and you can't explain your position, you really don't have much of a position. This reprobate keeps following us around like a mosquito on a summer day. So why don't we cross the street? I think we might get some more tangible interviews with the people there. I wonder why that would be.
This is not a matter of free speech. This is a directly linked to Muslim Brotherhood, Ikhwan al-Muslimin, and IRGC terrorism.
Yeah, well, there's certainly a large police presence around, my goodness, you know, and I guess it's well deserved because it seems like things have, you know, sometimes been getting out of hand here, and obviously it's not acceptable.
This is a pro-Canada. We are here. We sing "Oh Canada." We wave a Canadian flag. And if Canadian patriots, some Team Canada recently, they believe that Canada is not sale, Canada is not for sale. Okay, Canada is not for sale to jihadis. Canada is not for sale to CCP and Chinese Communist Party as well.
They implied that thanks to October 7th, the biggest massacre of Jews since the Holocaust, this was inspirational for people to convert to Islam. These are Toronto police officers saying that. What's your take?
Dave, as you know that I myself I'm a Muslim, okay? So it's really disgusting, and these kind of podcasts bring much more hate to our community, to Toronto. And if Toronto police had some dignity, they should fire these two police officers. And what I'm stating, Canadian law, Hamas is a terrorist organization under Criminal Code of Canada.
It shows their true position.
Yeah.
And I think that it's unfortunate, and I think it's a wake-up call.
Is it a hate crime to call pro-Hamas demonstrators pro-Hamas demonstrators? I don't think your camera's recording if you're facing your colleagues, sir.
It's frustrating for me as a Canadian to see this constantly happening on our streets.
This is not about Jewish people only. This is not just about Jews. They are coming against Western civilization. They are coming against Canadian value, and even they don't hide it. Unfortunately, Toronto police is infiltrated by anti-Semitic mobs.
I think that there's politics involved. There's a population issue of electorate.
Come 452, do you think these people will block university and prevent ambulances from getting to hospitals?
So honestly, I don't know. This is a question that they should answer. But according to the Islamic rule, according to the rule that they claim that if you block the road, if you pray on the road, that if you block the ambulance, even your prayer is not accepted by the God.
I wouldn't recommend to block the area where there's hospitals and important things like that. I don't recommend that myself, and I don't advise for that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I would rather go somewhere where you don't have to block the roads, right? Obviously, if there's hospitals there.
Yeah.
But in general, if they're protesting and the police have given them a permit and gave them a street to walk on, and they found other areas for the cars to maneuver around, then it's fine. I think if they stand on the street and pray for a few minutes.
Well, I would say, less than 5 minutes northeast of here is a mosque. Why wouldn't you just go to the mosque and pray?
I guess it depends on the situation, where they are and what's going on, and
There is no glory in killing women, children, doctors, journalists, and dreams with a remote control drone.
Are you referring to Hamas?
No angels would ever come for bullies, bombing bakeries, schools, and hospitals, and homes.
Who is he talking about?
Why don't you defend them in Palestine? Why are you in the comfort of Canada promoting another country? Be proud of the country you're in.
What is this man saying to you, sir?
Well, first of all, he encroached on my service canine, and I asked him to leave 3 times, and he steps into her even more. And yet I'm the aggressor. I asked you to go away from my service dog.
I did step away. He's all the way over there.
And you walked into my Canadian flag and showed please respect while you fly a Palestinian flag. Be proud of this country. Free Palestine! You're real brave over here in the comfort of Canada. Okay? If you're so into your cause, go to Palestine and show your support.
Sir, why is this man wearing a mask?
Sorry?
Why is this man wearing a mask?
Well, because they're all cowards. Canadians will show their face.
You said you were over there, public sidewalk. Your Canadian flag was antagonizing them. You were told to leave by the police. You left. But now they're over here.
Exactly.
And what are the police doing?
Nothing.
Why? Why the double standard?
Because they won't do anything until there is something to do. And by that point, it's too late.
Well, folks, it is 4:52 on the button, and so this is the time for afternoon prayers, I guess. And I'm not quite sure what's happening here. There's a pickup truck with speakers on it and some police caution tape. And at first I thought maybe they're cordoning off university. They're actually going to block it for prayers, but now I think maybe they're arranging a parade right north to Queen's Park. And by the way, Doug Ford, remember when you said Queen's Park would never be a venue for a hate fest like the Al-Quds say? Well, another promise of... Oh, are you Jewish, sir? Are you Jewish?
Are you still supporting evil? Oh, the Zionism. Yes, they are.
Are you really Jewish?
100%.
Huh? Are you really Jewish?
What the are you that I have to give you
against Israeli crimes? Are you Jewish?
Oh, you shut the front door. I'm more Jewish than you, bastard.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not Jewish.
How many years you lived in Israel?
Well, your sign says Jews against Israeli crime. Are you Jewish?
Yes, I am.
Really?
You really? You piece of
That's not very ladylike.
Zionism, dude. You are Zionism.
Don't touch me. Well, you're approaching me.
You bastard. You supporting evil.
descent into madness. These are the Al-Quds people. These are the people that the cops are worried about calling pro-Hamas. And it's all about fear and intimidation and bullying. Aren't you going to be part of the parade?
Enjoy your time. Look at your cuck.
Very so sad.
Time to
No, baby killer!
What's the agenda right now? Are you going to be blocking University Avenue for?
None of your concern.
So you're not concerned that there's 5 major hospitals here?
No, sorry. You're sorry. Yeah, none of your concern.
So you don't care that ambulances can't make their way up University?
Ambulances have always made their way up University. We always move for ambulances.
How would they get through this mob right now, sir?
Well, we're smart people. We know how to move, all right?
Anyways, folks, as you can see, right in full view of the police, University Avenue is being blocked. Up yonder, there are 5 major hospitals. If an ambulance had to get through this mess, it would be a non-starter. And it's right in front of the Toronto police. So let me ask the police why University is being blocked. Hey, officers, is this a good idea for public safety for these people to block? I appreciate that, officer. Is this a good idea that they're blocking University Avenue? 5 major hospitals are here, sir.
So you'll have to go speak to somebody from our media department.
Oh, okay. Where would I go? Where are they? Do you know?
Feel free to go down there and ask, sir.
Can you tell me where exactly? I'll do your bidding.
I don't know any better.
Right in front of law enforcement, it is being completely blocked. You know, Mount Sinai, sick kids, so many other hospitals. If an ambulance has to get through this mob, do you think these people are going to get out of the way? No. This is Toronto of 2025. Like I said, kind of circa 1979 Tehran, the birthplace of Al-Quds. And the hate fest, I guess in the name of diversity, it marches straight up to Queen's Park, the home of our legislature. And you know what, folks? I really don't recognize my city anymore. It's shameful. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. We do have our expenses. I mentioned those bodyguards. It's essential given how violent the pro-Hamas people are. Can I ask you to, if you're able to, go to our website and make a donation so that we can cover our expenses. Please go to deporthamas.com. That's deporthamas.com. Sign the petition, and if you're able to, please help us cover our expenses.